Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday and a great weekend. Well, welcome to my March Saturday stitching, and as I said earlier, I am going to be starting the spring kit, and I am going to be working down here in this general vicinity of the picture. I'm sorry that's such a horrible picture. So get your tea, get your project, whatever you want to work on. I've got some Darjeeling tea. I don't know if it's Darjeeling or Darjeeling tea. And yesterday was quite busy. My cookies, they turned out awesome. I am so excited. Yeah, so I wished I'd had like some chocolate to dip them in and stuff like that, you know, make them real super fancy, but you know, this is trial run. We want to be ready for Christmas. So I got cookies, I got tea. Have whatever you want. Sorry, I'm munching on a cookie. And the theme for March is green, so you can work on something that is green, or use green thread, or green drills, or just green. Whoops, we're having a little avalanche over here. And I made my cookies lemon cookies. So, we'll get better at it. We will see. And I did check the threads. They're all there. So, that's a good thing. So, other than that, yesterday was just do this, do that, do this, do that. I think I sat down maybe for a half an hour to stitch. Yeah, because by the time I got all the cookies done, I only made a single batch. Just saying, for a friend. Yeah, because somewhere, I looked it up on YouTube. I did my research, and it said that batch made 7 dozen cookies. I don't know that I did get 7 dozen, but I did 3 full sheets, so we're going to have these cookies for a hot moment. So, and I might have some when my friend comes from Arizona. So, yeah. And they were wondering why I was making Christmas cookies in March. I suppose I should have made the dang cookies green. Yeah, I had a little problem with the food coloring-ish. The dough was just not having it. So, hang in there. Of course, we have an issue. There we go. Now we'll get it. I forgot what I was saying. So, I'll have to get on to all of that, but yeah. I went through 2 or 3 different recipes and looking for what I wanted. Really wasn't sure what that actually was going to be. So, yay. But, you know, I was thrilled sick that I could get them out of the cookie press and onto the cookie sheet. So, the baby steps here. Baby steps. When I was looking for a green for this, there's like maybe, oh, there's probably more, but 4 or 5 shades, but they're sprinkled, all this blue, and then there's a little bit here and a little bit there. You would think that there would be more green in this, so I'm not real sure what the deal is or why. Maybe I just didn't look close enough. Yeah. But this is what we're stitching with. So I went to the laundromat, and then I had to go and pick up another heater. And where else did I go? I went to I call it the truck stop, which is what it is, and picked up one of their little pizzas at Godfather's. And I drove all the way home, and about got ready for my turn, and I realized I didn't stop at the auto parts place to pick up windshield washers. Windshield washers, yeah. So I had to turn around and go back. My goodness gracious. And by that time, I checked the mail. Nope, no mail. Couldn't have been no mail. It was snowing right down, so I went home, unloaded the car from all the stuff, and it was about maybe 2 o'clock. We got like 2 inches of snow, poof, just like that. I thought, oh, here we go. Yep, it won't quit, but yeah, it quit and it melted off. I mean, I don't even know what the temperature was. I didn't have time to stop. So I got everything home and made the cookies. That was like an experience in terror. I was so petrified that it was not going to work, but it did. Worked it just slick. So I will find ways to do them differently maybe next time. I mean, not change recipe or anything, just to add different kinds of decorations and stuff to them when we get ready to really have Christmas. So it'll be much easier. I'll have more to choose from. All I had was, is it nonpareils? The little round ball, tiny balls. And I had those sprinkles, you know, had them. So I figured, why not use them? I think the last time that I did cookies with my grandkids at my daughter's, I left, oops, we had been to Walmart, so I had gotten a bunch of, you know, sprinkles and what is that gritty stuff? The sugars, you know, that are all different colors and stuff. We got a whole bunch of different stuff because we were going to decorate them. The kids were going to decorate, blah, blah, blah. I left them at her house because I figured she'd probably be making more cookies, you know, than I would ever be doing. So, yeah. Somebody asked me, commented, how I make the sauce for the spaghetti. And I thought I'd just run down. I have no set recipe. So I just take hamburger and fry it. And I fried it this time with onions and green peppers. Onions, green peppers. And I put a little bit of garlic in there. Got that all fried up. Drained that all off. Tea drink. And then I added, I was making a 13 by 9 pan. Plus I'm trying to confuse this here, aren't I? Made a 13 by 9 pan of lasagna. And I wanted to have some of the sauce left over, so I made kind of a double batch. So, yeah. So, I'll just tell you the single batch as I go. So you got hamburgers, onions, and green peppers, all fried and all drained-ish. Then I added a can of, they had some brand I've never seen before. I was looking for stewed tomatoes. I usually add stewed tomatoes to it. But you can use just diced tomatoes if that's your game. So I put a regular sized can of that in there. And what else? Got the Prego, got the onion, the garlic. I think we got it all. And I just let it sit there and simmer a little bit with no lid on it until, you know, some of that moisture gets out of there, but I don't, not to the nth degree, you know what I mean? I like it to have be a little bit juicy. And I take they have a small, whoops, going the wrong way. A small, we'll leave that one. Small and a little bit bigger size of ricotta. So I take the ricotta and put it in a bowl. Add 1 egg. And stir it all up. That's an uncooked egg. A little salt, a little pepper, a little garlic salt. You know, just kind of season it. And mix that all up. I take my pan. Oh, and the noodles that I get those oven-ready noodles. I'm trying to think if there's... I did put mushrooms in this time, so those are optional. If you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to put them in. I just put them in just 'cause. And anyway, so I take a ladle of the sauce, maybe 2 ladles, depending if you're making it on a 13x9 pan. And I put the sauce down in the pan first. I have greased the pan. And after I get the sauce all evenly distributed all over the pan, I lay those oven-ready noodles in there, just 1 layer-ish, all over the bottom, the flat part of the bottom, that is. And then I put a little bit more sauce on top of those. And then I sprinkle on some mozzarella cheese. And I take the ricotta that I made up with the egg and kind of spoonfuls. So on a 13x9, there'd be like 12 little piles. I just kind of take a spatula and kind of smear it here or there, you know, to get it distributed. So that when you cut it, somebody doesn't get a whole glob of ricotta right there in the middle of their piece. So I just kind of distribute it a little bit. Then I put, the noodles down again, sauce, mozzarella, ricotta, and put the last one is the noodles, the rest of the sauce, the rest of the mozzarella cheese, and the rest of the ricotta. And that's how I make lasagna. Now that's meat lasagna, so. And you could substitute ground beef for, what do you call it, Italian sausage, or you can put both in there. Italian sausage, turkey sausage. I don't know about ground chicken. I've never made it with turkey or chicken. But, and I just bake it. I have to cover it for 25 minutes in the beginning because I'm using those noodles that are oven ready, so you don't have to boil noodles at all. And One package of those makes a whole 13 by 9 pan. Now, if you're like me, I buy 2 of those boxes just in case, because, you know, I'm not about leaving it all out, going to the grocery store, getting what I need, and coming back, no. So, I always plan ahead. So, I usually have a box left over, but they turn out really good. And I think I cooked that at 400, because it's 13 by 9, and it's pretty full pan. 25 minutes with foil covering the top, and then after that, take the foil off and let it cook for another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know about your oven or mine, but, and it was done. And the way I know, everything else is cooked except for that ricotta with that egg in it. And when I can take a fork and go into those noodles, I have no resistance. I wouldn't do it real hard, you know what I mean? But you can kind of tell that they're not done if you do that at the first 25-minute mark. But yeah, and I just season the meat with seasoned salt, pepper, garlic salt, a little bit of basil, and that's spaghetti for me. I'm not spaghetti, lasagna. So I had like half a bag left over because I used 2 pounds of hamburger. So I put the rest of the spaghetti sauce in the freezer, and I'll get it out when I'm in the mood for spaghetti. And that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, I forgot which way I was going. For one moment, I thought I was upside down. It probably wouldn't have mattered, but yeah. So what's everybody working on? Are you working on a spring project or what do you call it? St. Patrick's Day project, or just what is everybody working on? So I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. I usually don't start at the bottom like this, but there was only like 4 different kinds of green, so I had no clue. And each one of them is like sprinkled. It's weird. This thing keeps creeping over here. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I forgot to put my scissors in my little container over here. Couldn't get them picked up off the thing. Oh my goodness. So it's supposed to keep snowing here, there, and everywhere. But it said it was going to be 47 degrees. I'm like, okay. Loving it. I'm thrilled sick that it isn't going to stick. Not that I have any place to go. I keep saying that and end up running up and down the road 4 or 5 times, like yesterday. Holy cow, I'm staying home, sitting in my little rocker and just stitching. I get tired of messing. I like this moss green. It's so pretty. Like a pale moss green. So it'll be interesting. Now I have to go backwards. I am telling you. I do like this material. It crunches down really well. Doesn't take any time at all for it to get soft. Now get that end in there. So anybody watch anything new or exciting on Netflix that they thought was worthy to pass along? I've just been watching the same old, same old. I usually put a series on and just stitch. So, we'll see. I just can't seem to find anything that piques my interest at all. All right, guys. Well, we got all that blue down there in that area. I mean, that blue symbol. Sorry. Didn't mean to confuse. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.